Hi guys, Tom Cassidy here. Apologies because I did this about half an hour ago and I didn't realize that the audio wasn't working very well. And the reason it wasn't working very well is that Cindy's phone was uploading her weekly photos to a Shutterfly account and her phone had selected the same network. So Mark, poor guy, was listening and saying, the audio's not coming through, it's chopping out, and I was saying, don't worry, it's probably your end, it's probably recording fine. I just watched it and it's just like I couldn't even hear what was going on. So it's crazy. So I want to do a quick recap of what happened in week 1 and then a launch about what we're going to do in this week. And so that anyone who's on the Team 10K right now knows what to do if they're in cohort 1, they know what to do for next week. And anyone coming to this later on will know what they're supposed to do in the second week of whenever they do their launch. Of course, they don't have to do it 1 week at a time, but as you probably know, I'm a big fan of 1 week at a time, and it makes things a lot more manageable. So I'm going to do a quick screen share of some of the things that we're doing, and I don't know. Right, okay. The screen share. Yep, okay. Cancel that second. I'm going to ping open Firefox. I closed Firefox because it wasn't downloading. It wasn't working very well. It was. I thought it was something wrong with. Okay, it isn't working. This is nice. Okay, it's not working. Let's go to Safari. This is interesting. Computer's not playing tonight. Okay, we'll go for screen share with this one. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly whether I'm going to be able to show you a fair search because this will probably be biased towards my results. So I'll just very briefly, we will look at alcoholism, how to stop drinking. This was Mark's main search term, and let's see, I don't know, I'm signed in, you see, so I don't think it's really fair on that, so it's not probably a fair test. Mark's not on the home page of this, he's on the beginning of the second page. Okay, there he is. Right, okay, interesting, he's got 3 videos there. Okay, if you go for recovery, alcoholism, how to stop drinking, which is part of his #1 video. I'm not sure he's on full web, but if you go for the full thing, which is recovery, freedom, alcoholism, how to stop drinking, here's #1. So what this tells you is that it's really important that you have your search term. The title of your Hangout needs to be as close to the actual search term you're doing, because it'll be the actual search term that comes up. Now, Mark is going after, long term, he's going after how to stop drinking. He's not going to be there for now. There's 60 million results for that. In videos, he probably won't even be in the top couple of pages, I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't have thought so, because that's such a big thing. Yeah, I mean, I'd be very surprised if it was in the top 4 or 5 pages. Yeah, because 10 million results. So if he's in the top 10 pages, I'd be pretty surprised already. He might be somewhere down here because I recognize some of these other guys. Maybe. Anyway, you get the idea. If you're going for something which is a really big search term, which is really competitive, it's going to take you longer. But you know what? It's going to it's a much bigger market when you get there. So it's worth it taking longer. If you look at the secret to making money as an independent musician, yeah, musician. Thank you. The secret to making money as an independent artist. Web. 2.5 million and #1 and #2 there. Okay. Now I know that these are the same results in a different browser that I wasn't signed into, so I know this works okay. But that's because there's only 2.5 million people rather than 60 million people searching, so it's easier to get to the top, but it's a smaller market. So, you know, let's see how Andrea's search does for making money as an independent artist, because it might be interesting to see. Well, there's no videos there, but let's see if she's right. Interesting. So two of her videos, all three of her videos are in the top 10 for making money as an independent artist. Okay, let's say making, how about if it's how to make, see how Google search works out, how to make money as an independent artist. She's still there. And that's the hummingbird algorithm that Google are talking about. It's detecting the sense. It knows that somebody searching for making money as an independent artist is just as interested in how to make money as an independent artist. So it's going to give very similar results. You know, and if we've got a web page, which is effectively a video, but it's a web page that's saying the secret to making money as an independent artist, you know, it's probably going to be ranked pretty high and returned pretty high. So it's an example of going after a massive search term and a small search term. So let's look at Peter Blanks. He's EFT was his thing. Actually, he was freedom from stress and anxiety using EFT. So, okay, video is fine. He's the top 3 actually, but in web, what is he? He's number 1 in web with 500,000 results. Okay, so again, it's a smaller market, far smaller than the 60 million that Mark was after, but you can get to number 1 much faster. What about freedom from stress and not having the anxiety? And then we're looking for, okay, so he's not number 1, but he's still the top video. That's cool. What about, I don't think, this will be interesting if this will show us, I don't think it'll rank as high as this, and I'll tell you why. It could be that there's many more results, 427,000. I don't think that's the answer. 514,000. No, that's not the answer. If anyone wants to have a guess what they think the answer is, I think I know what it is. And I think it's the fact that it's his actual term is freedom from stress and anxiety using, and the first few words, getting them very close to the actual search term is more important than the end, getting the end accuracy. So for example, freedom from stress, he's got freedom, he's got from next to stress. It doesn't matter that he hasn't got stress next to using. And freedom from stress and anxiety using EFT. Freedom from anxiety, it's not. Right? It could be that other people are optimizing it better. Of course, it could be. There's lots of things, and we're kind of now on videos. He is. So what that's telling you is that this is a video research that's treated as news or treated as something more relevant, but these aren't the most relevant videos. That's really interesting. The most relevant videos are these ones. So Peter does actually better than those videos, but there's another component of the algorithm which is saying that they're more newsworthy or more credible in the general results. So it's interesting, right? That you can search, you can do really well if you go after a smaller search term. Let's have a look at Deborah, success for women in life coaching. That's not her search term. I'm just using this to show you. Huh. Right, this is a trick. Not a trick. This is because I'm signed into Google+. It's biasing my results towards people that are in my circles. So that's not quite a fair result. So that's why I would need to be signed out to do it. But I'm not going to be signed out because that won't work with a Hangout. But she is. Her video nonetheless is in the top 10, which is rather good. Successful women in life coaching. So what about successful women in coaching? Yeah, she's got 2 on the top out of the top 10 for successful women in coaching. That's pretty impressive out of 7.5 million videos. If you went for the first thing, purpose-driven successful women in coaching is Deborah's full search. Obviously, she's the top 3 in videos because she's done 3, but in full web, She's the top 2. And then she's got her Simply Empowered, Purpose-Driven, Successful Women. Again, don't get too carried away if you're watching this, because I'm signed in up there, so that's why she's given the Google Plus one. But the other ones are what we got earlier when we were searching from Firefox. Okay, so that's what we did in week 1. So what we did in week 1 was we came up with a title, and so Andrea's title is actually Entertainment Entrepreneurs. Her title, but her tagline is The Secret to Making Money as an Independent Artist. People are not going to be searching for entertainment entrepreneurs. They're not going to be searching for that. Right, so if you put the whole thing in, it's irrelevant. This will be the title that shows up in her Udemy courses and the courses she does wherever she does them. But what people are going to be searching for is the secret to making money, or how to make money, or making money as an independent artist. And that's the key. Your tagline needs to be the sort of thing that people are searching for. Right, so that's what we did in week 1. We came up with a title, we came up with a search term. I worked with everyone to create their own 13x4s. Let's see if any of these make sense. Yeah, here's an example. That's Peter's one, for example. And it's a beautiful one. It's nice and simple. Hasn't got any different domains, but each one of these is a domain in which you apply the technique that you learn in the basic recipe to actually in a different area of your life. So it's a great program. It's really good. That one's going to be really interesting. And what's impressed me is the quality of the programs that people are putting together, and not surprised me, but impressed me nonetheless. There's a subtle difference. So this week what we're going to be doing is the 4 things we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a Gumroad account. We're going to be linking the YouTube Hangout videos that we do to the Gumroad account. I'll show you how we're going to do that now. And then we're going to be creating a Stay in Touch free email program of 4 or 5 days worth of just some nice tips to get them once they go to Gumroad. Oh, sign up for this free email program or free course on blah blah blah. It might be pay what you want. You might do it as a pay what you want course. It's free, but you can pay me $1 off if you like it. And then the point of that is you stay in touch, build a relationship. After 5 or 6 emails, you give them a chance to go with a nice discount, a nice bonus or an offer to go to one of your programs, your paid programs, or you might send them to your free program on Udemy, something like that. Doesn't really matter. So let's search for the Science of Getting Rich Made Simple course overview. I'm going for. I don't know whether this will work. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant, it does. So, welcome. What we're going to have a look at is the Advanced Mind Mastery Science of Getting Rich course on Udemy. This is what you're going to get. There's lifetime access to 97 lectures. Blah, 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 blah. But we get towards the end, and I'm sort of saying, okay, and I talk a little bit about it. Now, this is kind of a promotional video that I've done for the Science of Getting Rich course on Udemy. Good. It's a good sign if people are writing a lot. They always think, well, this guy's writing tons. Okay, not always 5-star reviews. There you go. You know, but a lot of them are. And again, people have written an awful lot. So that's it. That's what you'll get. And when you actually join, watch what happens in a minute. You will get free access to this course. Something's going to pop up. Paying for it in Gumroad, and then you'll get a link which will give you free access. Oh, right. If I click on this, poof. This is where it goes. It goes to a landing page for this course. Super nice and easy. Now, that's not going to be $39. You won't send them to buy that straight away from your videos. You're building a relationship. This was an example. Now, interestingly, this is the same video, but this is so nice. Look how this then plays. Welcome. What we're going to have a look at is the Advanced Mind Mastery Science of Getting Rich course on Udemy. This is what you're going to get. There's lifetime access to 97 lectures. You've got 22 hours of high-quality content. Okay, so I'm stopping that. So people are just going to go, I want this. They can. It will be free for them, so all they have to do is put in their email address, and it's really nice. And then later on, you send them to the same sort of thing. Now, how I've done this is because what this will do, they'll pay $39, but then they will get a coupon code for 100% access off their Udemy course. That way, you've got their email address. You've also got 100, well, actually you get 95% of the revenue through Gumroad. But what's nice is that Udemy, you get a tiny bit more. If you promote your own stuff on Udemy, you get 97%, which is, oh, great, it's better than 95. But you don't get their email address. So if people sign up for your course on Udemy, the only way you can talk to them is through the Udemy system. Nothing wrong with that. It's a great system, but you don't have that personal relationship with them through email. Okay, so that will be what you will end up doing by the end of the second week. You'll have your annotations going straight from YouTube to your Gumroad, giving away a free course. You'll write a 4 or 5 email course that's quite cool with an idea of something to do at the end of that. And what you're doing then is not only are you getting reach and doing more Hangouts and all that sort of stuff, but you're actually going to be creating a something for them to actually be able to do once they watch your videos, which is good. Now, the other thing, you're going to be setting up a profile as an instructor on Udemy, and I'm going to see what this looks like. If I I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not going to search for courses, I'm going to search for instructors. And I don't know whether this will work actually. Ah, no, I might be able to, hang on a second, I might be able to find this another way. My courses, learning, yeah. Yep, okay. I mean, Udemy is it's nice, it really is. So I'm going to click on Fitness Mojo for Life. And I'm going to click on the instructors, if I can find them. Information. Interesting, it's not there. Okay, that is interesting. So maybe I can sign out of Udemy, log out. I would have thought I would be able to go and see who the instructors were, the course that I'm signed up for, but maybe not. I'm now going to go for let's sign up for that. Yeah, I don't think. Here we go. I think it's there. Right. Huh. That was easy. So if I click on Brian Sykes, if I can find him, you will see this. Brian Sykes, impact investor, speaker, advocate for intentional living. Oh, I like that. Whoa. Brian's got 4,408 students. Blimey. And he's doing 2 courses. And he's had 20 reviews. Wow, this guy's the man. Okay. Now, what I've done is I've actually added Brian as a co-author, as a co-instructor for one of my other courses. So he immediately goes up to thousands of students, which, if people are checking him out, gives him more credibility. Now, that's not a dodge, really, because I'm asking him to add to the courses, and I'm going to ask everybody to add their own case study for their own courses in the Team 10K project to actually be their contribution to the actual content of these shared courses. So it's true that these guys and anyone in the Team 10K team, they will be co-authors and they'll have access rights and they'll be able to actually go on and upload their own videos and their own story for these case studies for other people to see. But in doing so, the trade-off is that they get thousands of students immediately, my students, but they're now their students. And the good thing about that is that gives tremendous credibility. Instead of, you know, spending the first 6 months with only like 100 students, 200 and so on, then immediately you've gone straight to 4,500, 5,000 students, and that gives you a lot more credibility when people are trying to find out a little bit about who you are. So that's cool. Right, I'm going to stop the screen sharing and explain. That's it. Right, so really simple. Main things: set up a Gumroad account. You've got to set up a Udemy instructor account. You have to carry on doing tons and tons of Google Hangouts, as many as you can. Just 1 2 minute ones, really short ones. I'm finding I can easily do 3 to 5 a day. I'm probably yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, on Friday I did 15. Yeah, I did 15. Really, they're short, like a couple of minutes each. It's, once you get into the swing of things, you can do it. And if you're doing screen capture ones, it's really quite easy. You just talk over it. It's nice and easy. Of course, you'll then have your wheel, and you'll be talking about your wheel and all that sort of stuff, so it should be quite easy for you to do. You'll set up a simple series of tips that will go out as an email course, and you'll work out how to do the annotations, so when your YouTube videos play, they will link to a sign-up on Gumroad, which will then trigger a sequence of emails, and we'll show you how to do that. And it's pretty easy. And I'm sure a lot of you know how to do autoresponders anyway. If you've got something that works already, then just use that, and I'll configure that, and that will work with Gumroad, or even going straight to your own website. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, it's one thing at a time. Last week it was getting the title, the search term, starting the Hangouts, and actually getting your 13x4 content. This is Udemy instructor, getting that sorted, becoming a co-author, setting up a Gumroad account, working out how to do the annotations, linking the YouTube video to the Gumroad account, and actually creating an email drip, a follow-up, a sequence. And actually there's quite a few things in there to do. So even though we're focusing on just 1 week at a time, there's a fair bit of work to do. We're building quite a big business, so there's going to be some work involved. Anyway, that's me. I've got a call with Mark now, and you'll be able to watch that as well. So sorry about the mess up from earlier, but it should be all sorted now, and see you in the next one. Cheers and bye.